with Beard. Hey, podcast kittens, it's Cathy Cat and
Ladybeard coming at you with another earth-shattering installment of Cat with Beard! Welcome to another one. Here we are. It's fantastic. It's on like Donkey Kong. It's on again, yet again, one more time for all the children, for all the populace, for everyone in the back row. Cat with a Beard are coming at you yet again. What?
we have a guest in the studio. Let's say hi to a wonderful, beautiful guest here. Please introduce yourself.
Hi. I don't know if I can match that energy, but hello, I'm here. My name is PeachMilky, a.k.a. Sophie. I am a model, a cosplayer, Twitch streamer, and a little bit of a YouTuber here in Japan. So hi.
VTuber too.
Oh yes,
All
VTuber.
right.
I'm also a VTuber. I forgot about that part.
Thank you for joining us
I know,
today.
all the
So
things
Thank you for
do.
having me. Thank you so much.
It's wonderful to have you here. We're going to talk with you about, well, being a cosplayer, VTuber, YouTuber here in Japan.
Sounds good.
Yes. So, first of all, which country are you from?
I am originally from Northern Ireland.
Hey, Belfast.
This is the
All
wonderful.
right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Belfast. Pretty much.
All right, what
Close
I'm
enough.
talking about. That's the bit that was in the UK, yeah? One of the islands is the EU, one is the UK.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
So
the
I'm
UK
from
one.
the UK part.
Okay,
yes.
good, the UK island.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which brings us to the next one. Why Japan?
Why Japan indeed? I mean, I feel like when I was growing up, like a lot of people, I was a super weeby kid. And in Northern Ireland, there's just not a lot of outlet for any of those interests. So I visited Japan a couple times just on vacation, on holiday, and I just loved it so much. And I found out about the working holiday visa, which basically allows you to come to Japan with
For
or
a
without a
year.
job for a year and do whatever you want. And I was like, listen, this is my opportunity. So I came here, and then I ended up staying. I didn't leave. I'm still here.
How long ago was that?
That was almost 5 years ago now.
Oh, I thought you'd been 5 years.
Yeah,
Oh,
so you came with a
oh,
working
oh.
holiday, guys. The working holiday visa has now started back up in the world now.
Love
It
working
had
holiday.
stopped
True.
during the panini. We're back on the working
The
holiday.
panini? That was very cute. I like that. That was good, the panini. That visa is, if you want to come to Japan, by the way, and you're from a country that does the working holiday visa, that thing is your lifeline.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great. It's
everyone's
fantastic.
entry. It's the
But
best.
we're breaking everyone's heart. It's not for US people.
No,
it's
it's
not in the US, I'm
not.
afraid. But US has all the kind of exchanges for if you be a language teacher. All the ALT and stuff that apparently was called into life because of language teaching. So you have like an easier way as
Yeah.
well.
There's still options, but
There's
yeah.
a lot of other options. But yes, working holiday. And
Working
now you're
holiday,
here.
that's what I did. I took
Whoa.
the chance. I had to.
In the last 5 years, what have you done?
A lot of stuff. Like when I first came here, I was just planning on focusing on YouTube because for the working holiday visa, technically you don't need to like work with a company, you don't need a job, you don't need a contract, you can do whatever you like. So I
As
was
long
like,
as
I'm
you have
just
enough
gonna do
cash to keep you
YouTube.
afloat, you guys.
Exactly. So a friend of mine who was a freelance model and she was with like a lot of other agencies, she introduced me to some of hers. She said, hey, you might as well join. I thought, oh, I guess I will. And I joined one. And the first one actually offered me a contract so that I could stay longer. So that's how I ended up staying for 5 years long. So yeah, I just started modeling. And then just throughout that time, I started cosplaying as well. Started up Twitch streaming, started up VTubing, just kind of as I felt like it. Just going with the flow and doing my own thing, really.
Doing
Were
what
you-
she loves, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen, doing what she loves and loving what she does. This is the theme of my channel. I'm so glad to see you living your best life here.
Were you modelling in Ireland? before you came?
No.
No!
Not at all.
No.
Never. No, I mean, I'm only 5'4". Like, I'm not tall enough to model.
Oh, good point.
Oh, yeah, right. You're meant to be
Yeah, you have to-
vertically
yes.
superior
Abroad,
female
you have
to
to
the
be like,
course.
tall and like.
Yeah, right.
And
Yeah.
in Japan, it doesn't matter how tall you are, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it helps if you're taller, for sure, but there still is opportunities for shorter models here, at least a lot more than there is in Ireland. So, yeah.
Well, have you had
Modelling, right.
height-oriented challenges or advantages here?
Advantages, well, I don't hit my head all the time on stuff. That's apparently a problem for the tall people
Oh, I
here.
smack my head every day.
And I must say, I appreciate not everyone being massively taller than me in Germany. I keep talking like this all the time, just looking up. So I think right now I'm here average height in Japan, which is great, which is like 160 centimeters.
Okay.
I'm not sure what that's in feet. Probably a lot of feet.
Human being.
Yes. I'm a normal size. It seems, I like being smaller in Japan because it's not as intimidating. What's the average tallness in Ireland then?
Oh, you'd be big, wouldn't it? It'd be like the other Anglosphere countries.
Yeah, I think for women it's at least 165. I'm 164, so like I'm pretty close to the average height in Ireland. But in Japan, I'm still like pretty average. I'm not super tall, but I'm tall enough to get by, I suppose.
So they
I
just
don't hit my head on stuff.
I just
thankfully.
had like a lady moment here. She's like 165. I'm like, I mean, she's 5 centimeters taller than me. But when I look at you right now, it looks like we're the same length.
Yeah.
Which means all this extra 5 centimeters are all in your legs. I am so
I was
jealous.
gonna say, your top half does look very compact, I must say, sitting on this chair.
The rest
Weird.
is all
No,
in
I'm
the
so-
legs.
Am I out of balance?
No, right? You have longer legs.
Stop
Long,
me, torso.
slender
Oh my gosh.
legs. You've got legs like the Slender Man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's
So
lovely. It's
jealous.
good. It's
Oh
good.
man,
What everyone's all
that's
about.
definitely another advantage I can see. Why you in modeling now?
You should do Taekwondo as well.
Should do it.
Learn
Should
a
try
lot.
it.
Get the kicks in. So what brought you to cosplay? Did the company say go cosplay, or did you decide I
No,
want
I
to?
mean, I was dabbling a little bit in cosplay. Like, I cosplayed in Ireland a couple times before I came to Japan, and I was dabbling in it a little bit. And what I ended up doing was actually starting a Patreon to kind of support, because cosplay is actually a very,
Very
very,
expensive.
expensive hobby. It's really expensive. Every costume costs so much.
Yes.
You got to pay for the studio. You got to pay for the wig. Like, it's a lot. So I ended up starting a Patreon, and it just ended up growing to the point where I was able to continue it every single month and continuing putting out the cosplays and doing the cosplays that I wanted. So it was 100% me, but it helped my social media, I suppose, to grow a lot, and that the agency liked that.
of
They
course.
appreciated that.
Okay, I've seen a lot of your cosplays, and I'm a big fan of your cosplays. So Final Fantasy VII, that Aerith cosplay, I think, was for me a big game changer. It was just like, oh my god, she looks like the real deal. So, like, that's my personal favorite.
Thank
But
you.
what is your personal favorite?
You know, Aerith is pretty up there for me as well, because, like, Aerith is kind of an older character, right? Like, Final Fantasy VII originally came out in the 90s, 1997, I think it originally came out. So I loved her for a very long time before the remake came out. So I knew the remake was coming out. Like, I had that marked in my calendar. I knew it was coming out. So I had the cosplay ready, prepared to post on the day. And, like, I was streaming in the cosplay as well. So I love Aerith so much. But I also really loved my Riku Final Fantasy cosplay that I did. It's Riku from Final Fantasy X, and actually an area in Final Fantasy X is based off Okinawa. But I did the photo shoot in Okinawa.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that is sweet.
That's
Yeah.
lovely.
Yeah, so I really like that one. It's like special to me.
Damn, wow. Okay, so that is like the most special one. What was your first cosplay then? What was like I just put on like, dabbled a little bit, probably not high quality,
Yeah.
tried my best cosplay?
It was Miku. I feel like
Miku.
for a lot of, it was Miku, of course.
Yeah,
it was
Miku's
Miku.
Classic.
a good staple classic.
Classic.
Yep, here with the Miku hair today,
Yeah,
Ladybeard.
the
Hey,
twin
hey.
tails.
Miku took the Ladybeard hair.
What's
Yeah.
your
What
most...
actually happened.
Oh yeah, Miku copied it from you.
Right.
You were here first. Ladybeard
Sure
was here
was.
first, right?
Yeah, in the beginning, there was Ladybeard.
And after that, there was Ladybeard.
Mm-hmm.
And later on came Miku.
Right.
But also along came PeachMilky. So, what is your most recent cosplay?
My most recent one, I did Nilu from Genshin Impact. She was actually just released last month, so I did the cosplay last week, which is honestly a little behind. I like to get it like right as the character is announced, but yeah, I've been doing a lot of Genshin Impact stuff recently because I'm super into that game. I'm obsessed with it, so I always like to do cosplays of the new characters that they release, and Genshin's great for that because every month they're releasing new waifus, so it's perfect.
Nah,
Do you know what Genshin Impact is?
I'm not. Yes, but tell me again.
Do you want to explain what Genshin Impact is?
Do you know Breath of the Wild?
Like Zelda.
Yes.
Breath of the Wild.
It's kind of like that, but with a lot of cute anime girls and a gacha mechanic that has you addicted and spending way too much money.
On cute girls.
Yeah.
Who then will be your fighter characters.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that sounds compelling.
It's very compelling.
So, I can also tell you put a lot of research into your cosplay, and you're also very up to date with new trends, right?
I try to be.
Yeah. So, for example, when My Dress Up Darling came out, you were like, you're one of the first people on my Instagram feed that showed up in the outfits, right? And then you just didn't do just one, you did like several ones that appeared in the series, even the ones that have not released costumes yet. So, how do you get hold of costumes that don't exist yet on the market?
I mean, I think when a new anime comes out, I like to look at the source material. So usually new anime has like a manga or something that I can look to and I'm like, okay, so I know that she dresses this way, or I know... and usually there's a lot of hype in the anime community for a new anime coming up. So just through my mindless scrolling on Twitter, I come across just from people that I follow, them like freaking out over this character, and I'm like, oh, okay, so this anime or this video game is going to be really popular in the next coming months. I try to time it for when the anime is coming out, and I try to do the cosplay in advance if I can, so that I can release it in time for the anime.
You are well organized.
That's business.
Yeah,
thinking.
I mean, I
like
think
that.
the thing with cosplay is like a lot of girls are doing it, right? Like a lot of people are doing it, so you kind of have to be on the ball. And if you're not following the trends, then it's very easy to kind of fall behind a little bit.
That's interesting, because when I go to conventions, I feel like there's a series of classic cosplays that everyone's allowed to do always at all times, and they'll always get attention and be hot.
Yes.
Like, you know, Goku and Chun-Li and things like this,
Yeah.
right? But you reckon for all new characters, you have to be on it?
Yeah, that seems to be the way, especially with social media now. I feel like in conventions, not so much, but like with social media, like if you want your cosplay to get traction, being one of the first people, unfortunately, like I think this is kind of unfortunate because it means that a lot of people don't have time to kind of plan it out. Maybe like sometimes I feel rushed and I feel like I have to do this right now and I need to post this right now, and I feel like I can't put as much effort into it as I want to. But sometimes like being first or being like one of the first is sadly one of the more important things on social media to get like a lot of traction. So
Oh, well, we live in a world of hashtags and
yeah,
algorithms.
I
so-
find that super interesting that you actually research the resource material before it comes out. So, for example, this is so meta. In My Dress Up Darling, there is a manga, and the character dresses as the manga character. That manga character doesn't have a reference, so she kind of like thinks up how the character would maybe look in real life. Is that what you're kind of doing?
yeah, I felt like watching My Dress Up Darling was like watching my life a little bit. It was really relatable, and that's why I really liked that anime a lot. Like, and I wanted to cosplay it immediately because even though, like I said, being one of the first for a popular thing is important, I personally don't like to cosplay characters that I'm not interested in or I don't like the look of. Like, to me, it's boring, and I'm not going to be passionate about it when I'm shooting it. So I try to focus on characters that I do actually like. So when Marin was like becoming really popular, I was really happy because I really liked her.
Right.
So, coming back to that My Dress Up Darling little demon outfit, that is not available on the market. How did you get hold of the cosplay? Do you make it? Do you commission people? Is it like a teamwork thing?
Oh, I usually, so sometimes I commission people or I'll order one and I will upgrade it myself because being fast is really important. So actually, the Rizikun one, which is the little like devil one, the succubus one, I'm pretty sure I got it on Amazon or something.
Oh,
Okay.
Amazon was fast. Okay.
Yeah, so like because that manga was already like pretty popular, like even the cosmakers or like these stores that kind of bring out a lot of mass-produced cosplays, they're kind of on the ball as well. But being in Japan is an advantage because it gets here very, very quickly.
Yeah, of course.
Yep.
Of course. So, right, so Japan in aggregate, what do you reckon? You've been here 5 years. Tell us your thoughts on Japan and cosplaying. Being a cosplayer, a foreign cosplayer in Japan, what do you reckon?
I mean, it's pretty useful. Like, it's very, very, how do I put it, convenient here? Because there's so many studios that you can go and shoot at.
Yes.
You've got
Cosplay studios,
so
right?
That's not the
many
case in Ireland?
choices. Oh, absolutely not.
Absolutely not?
Not a single one. So I was at home for 3 months there, and I was planning on shooting some cosplay when I got there, and I couldn't find a single, not even cosplay studio, just a photography studio with like a white plain background. Couldn't find it.
Really?
Yeah. It was
Wow.
like impossible to find one. And even if I did find one, it's like a white background for way too expensive, not something that you would pay for like in Japan. So it's either I had to use nature or I had to use hotels. So I went to hotels and did some shooting there.
How do the
instead.
Irish take photos of their wedding and things like their babies and things like that?
What's with the photo studios for those kind of things?
And I don't know. I feel like people don't go to photo studios. I think if you're doing photos for your wedding or like some kind of like engagement shoot, a lot of people use nature.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right,
yeah.
all right.
That might be a business opportunity for all you Irish listeners here
Yeah.
right now. Maybe
Open
one
one,
of
I'll
you
visit.
needs to open up a really good studio. Maybe something for you in the future. If you
Yeah.
decide to go back one day to Ireland, you're just like, I'm going to open up a photo studio.
Yeah, severely lacking. We need some photo studios over there, big
Really?
time. Yeah.
Can you speak Gaelic?
No, not at all.
I was going to ask you to say start a photo studio in Gaelic, but that won't,
Yeah.
that won't fly. No?
No, I can't speak a single word of it. I mean, so I'm from Northern Ireland, so it's like I was from like the British part of it, where like Gaelic is just not taught to us in schools at all. Yeah,
right.
unfortunately.
Oh, that's interesting. I see. We got off topic a little bit. I'm sorry.
No,
We
that's
so
fine.
No,
went to
it's fine,
Gaelic as
fine.
opposed to Japan.
One thing that really surprised me is because I've seen your pictures on like high quality, absolutely amazing, and then you were streaming on Twitch, and suddenly, boop, there is a PeachMilky VTuber. What made you decide to grab a VTuber avatar?
I think, during the Panini, I got super into HoloLive. Right?
Oh.
Super, like, I got obsessed. Like, everyone was sitting at home really bored, so I became really obsessed with HoloLive, and I saw that, like, one of an artist that I really admired was, like, opening her commissions for VTubers. And she was really, really busy. So I knew, like, okay, I need to hop on this now. Otherwise, she's going to get busy and I'm not going to be able to commission one for her. So I just kind of went for it. And I started VTubing from there. I was inspired very much from the HoloLive creators that I was really into. And I just kind of went for it,
Yeah, it looks really cute. I like the pastel aesthetic. It kind of
Thank
really
you.
goes with your whole pastel theme, right? So commissioning her, did that character also, did she also do the rigging, or did you have to do the rigging separately?
So the artist that I went to did the rigging and the art.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was quite convenient.
Are you allowed to share how expensive that was? Because that is expensive. We had a couple of VTubers here before. It goes into a couple of thousands. We had Case
Oh, it
on
does,
here.
definitely,
Case on is
yeah.
spending a lot on her model right now. Are
yeah.
you allowed to tell? Or just a general area?
So yeah, I mean, my first VTuber model was around, I think, 3,500 USD.
That seems normal.
All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yep.
Yeah, and then
Wow,
it
I
just,
see.
and then the more skins you want, and the more little
Yeah,
things
so
and
if you want to
shenanigans
add more
want.
like animations or like emotions, like you want new clothes, new hairstyles, like all of it like will cost extra. So yeah.
And are you VTubing off your phone, or do you have some other setup going on?
So the app is on my phone, so that's where the face rigging comes from, and then it's the app then connects to the same program on my PC, and then like it will basically do the face reading from my iPhone, because iPhone has kind of
Really
the
good
more
capture.
advanced face capture. So that's definitely the best way to do it. So I just set it up on a tripod in front, connect it to the computer, and then it will project onto the PC.
And what's the program you use on the PC?
Oh, VTube Studio.
Well, that seems to be a lot of people use
VTube
VTube Studio.
Yeah, it's
Right.
it's very. I think it's the best at the minute for VTubers. It's very, very good.
Okay, I'm so curious about this because you are incredibly cute.
She is.
So, why VTubing? Like, what? How?
Yeah, the real you
Yeah,
is
the
very
real you.
appealing.
Don't you get the response from some of your fans, which I have gotten before when I went into VTubing, that people said, I don't like VTubers, or I don't like you as a VTuber, I just want to see you. Don't you get that?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I have got stuff like that. Usually when people come in and they're like, wait, why VTubing? Because, you look a certain way. And my kind of answer is like, well, why not? Like, I don't understand why it should be limited. And for me, something that I've personally really enjoyed being a VTuber, when I'm streaming as myself, I feel like I do get a lot of comments about how I look, right? Or sometimes people focus on it, or like that's where compliments come from. Like, oh, you look a certain way. When I started VTubing, people started like commenting things like, oh, you're funny. Or like, oh, like they would comment more on like my personality, or they would say, oh, I enjoy your streams because this, and what they were saying, like, I guess meant more to me. Like it felt a little more meaningful.
Yeah, and genuine, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. Like saying, oh, like you're funny rather than like, oh, like you look good or you're something like that. Like
I feel bad now for saying you look good. I'm sorry.
no.
I'm so sorry.
Not at all.
That is very,
First of all, how dare you?
very beautiful, isn't it? And you could be this cute little girl, and then you do a YouTuber, and now everyone's like, and she's not just cute. That's really quite beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, and I mean, I never thought of myself that way. Like I never thought like, oh, I could be funny. You know, I never really thought of myself as like entertaining or funny. Like, so it's been kind of nice to have a little bit of an outlet where I feel like I could be more in myself. I'm less self-conscious. I'm not looking at myself in the camera.
Good point.
Like, oh, does my face look okay? Is my hair okay today? I'm not thinking about that because I don't have to. And I could just be a little more free. And it's very liberating.
I always find it fascinating why we start VTubing. I think we all have like different reasons. Kason, for example, just wants to be naked behind the camera.
Understandable.
Squatting naked.
She loves a good nude squat.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
But, you know, some people say, hey, VTubers never grow old, you know.
Oh, yeah.
You know, or I just didn't want to put on makeup. That's a big
my God,
reason
it's
for
great.
many.
It's amazing.
And, you know, it's
Wow.
especially because as girls, we're constantly getting the, you know, we have to always look good, la-di-da-di-da. So it's nice to just go, whoosh.
Yeah, it's
Let the
nice to not be
VTuber take
judged
care.
for that for like a minute.
Wow.
Do you get more people supporting you as a VTuber or when you are on camera?
Surprisingly, very, very similar. Very, very
Really?
similar. I kind of thought when I moved into VTubing, it would either go one way or the other. But it's very, very similar. And a lot of the people stuck around. Some people, when they see I'm VTubing, are kind of like, check out. Because I do both. I do both, like, IRL stream and VTubing streams. And some people, like, they're just not interested in the VTuber, and that's totally fine. But it's quite similar. Yeah. So I think that's good, positive.
Yeah, there seems to always be something really positive that everyone gets away from VTubing. We had to teach Ladybeard so much about VTubing in the prior podcast, but now you're getting that you know what rigging is now. You know what the programs are now. You're becoming a pro.
I heard Elon Musk, and that's
Maybe
that's
not.
what I heard.
Maybe not. Maybe Ladybeard's not becoming a pro. But I think we're running a little bit out of time for this part, but we're going to have PeachMilky on the second one. So
Yes.
we're good to wrap up? Any minutes left? Oh, we still have.
We've still got substantial minutes.
I was
Fantastic.
going to say, that's
Turn the
fast.
Yeah, it was like, woof.
Holy
Okay, wait a
moly.
second. Well, I'm through the script questions.
How long, when you do your VTube stream, how long are you streaming for each time?
Usually I stream roughly about 4 to 5 hours.
Oh, are
every
you just
time.
hanging out and just talking with the people?
Yeah.
4 to 5 hours.
What,
Okay.
5 hours? What do you fill that time with?
Genshin, a lot of Genshin Impact.
A
a
lot
lot
of
of Genshin
Please
Impact.
explain. What does that mean? You talk about Genshin Impact? Or
It's
what?
amazing.
Are you playing the game?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Oh, I understand.
I'm a gamer.
I understand. You're playing the game with the
Yes,
avatar.
yes,
I
yes,
understand.
yes, yes,
I thought you were just chilling, just looking at the camera. As a virtual you for 5 hours.
Sometimes I do like just chatting streams where I am just, but like honestly, those streams I tend to not do for as long because it does. It
Energy.
does, yeah, it's very
get you.
draining.
Yep.
And you've got nothing to distract yourself with. Like, usually if I'm doing a long stream, which is most of the time, I'm usually doing gaming, of some kind.
Okay, so when you are gaming,
Yeah.
how much I guess I'm asking you to get inside your viewer's head a little bit, but how much are people interested in seeing you, and how much are people interested in seeing the playing of the game?
Oh, I think maybe a little more me because I feel like I tend to retain more viewers, concurrent viewers, if it's just chatting.
Okay.
But I guess personally I find that very draining. I think it depends on what I'm doing in the game. So, like I was saying earlier about like gacha in Genshin, basically that involves real money. It's kind of like gambling for waifus. So if I'm doing something like that in the game, that tends to like boost people's energy a lot. Like they like seeing me risking it for the biscuit.
They're like, who is
Ooh.
the wife gonna be?
Yeah.
Risking it for
Yeah.
the biscuit?
It's very intense.
Wow, man.
Yeah, those outfits are so cute though.
I know. It's worth it.
Oh my god, they're so cute, so cute. So, before Genshin or apart from Genshin, what do you like to do?
So I mean, Genshin is kind of like the main game that I play, but I've been streaming for many years, even before Genshin came out. So I play a lot of Final Fantasy games, a lot of JRPGs, a little bit Overwatch, like shooting game. But very, very, like, I'm so bad at it. So
Okay, girls,
don't come to
bring it
me
on.
for pro gameplay.
Do you play Splatoon? They got that new Splatoon.
I don't.
No
I don't
Splatoon?
play Splatoon.
Oh, you have to.
You'd be
It's
good at
great.
Splatoon.
Go.
You're very visually appropriate for Splatoon. I
I
reckon.
tried it once, and I was so bad at it that I gave up
Really?
immediately. But not the new one. I haven't tried the new one
The
yet.
new, okay.
There's ads all over the
new
train
one is
for it
still
at
a
the
little bit
moment, yeah.
unbalanced. Maybe give it a little bit of time until they balance the game system
It's
a little
unbalanced.
bit
Why?
more.
What happened?
Right now, it's literally very strong teams that just obliterate everyone
Oh,
else.
no.
It's
Yeah.
it's not very well balanced this time. I hope they
How are they
find a way to
How are they going to
balance
balance that out? They're going
They
to
must,
make
like,
people
make
less
someone-
good at the game?
Well, no, probably certain rules, or maybe only putting those high teams together with those high teams that would already. They can then kill each other as
Oh,
much as they want.
right. Yeah.
I see.
So, cosplaying, VTubing, modeling. Do you have any hobbies apart from that?
I don't have time for hobbies.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess gaming, I like, besides playing it on Twitch for 4 to 5 hours when I'm not doing anything, I also go straight to gaming. So I usually play Genshin even off stream by myself. I have an addiction.
Wow,
Send
holy
help,
moly.
Oh, yes.
please.
We need to call a hotline.
Please help me.
Hotline.
Please take my phone away from me.
Oh, yeah, you can also play it on your phone, right? You don't have to be on your PC.
Yeah.
Oh, the danger.
I know, I can't get away from it. I can't escape it.
Oh, no.
But yeah, usually I'm playing video games like I play a lot of Final Fantasy and stuff. So usually when I'm gaming on Twitch, I'm like sharing the stuff that I already love with like people, and that's really fun for me. For me, I like to try and create the atmosphere of like you are playing with like your friend in their room back in like the 2000s where you were playing like PS2 or something or PS1, and you're just chilling and like playing your favorite game together. Like that's kind of the atmosphere and that I try to bring. Yeah.
Ooh.
Very nice.
All
Very
right.
nice. Should we wrap this bad boy up and keep it going on the next one? How are we going? Let's wrap this bad boy up.
All right.
PeachMilky, where do people locate you on the internet?
You can find me pretty much at PeachMilky_ on Twitter, PeachMilky on Twitch, and PeachMilky on Instagram. That's me.
So one
I had to really
stole
think about
your
that.
PeachMilky, one stole your PeachMilky, but the rest you got the underscore for.
Yes, yeah.
So, yes.
Someone always keeps taking my username, I swear.
Oh, man.
TikTok, every time there's a new like platform, someone takes my username immediately.
No!
I will find you.
What's that all about? You have a doppelganger? What's going on?
I don't know. Someone keeps taking it.
So
I don't
just
know.
messing with
Maybe
you?
it's not
Cheeky.
unique enough.
Cheeky.
Yeah.
Ladybeard, where can we find you on the internet?
You can go to the internet and you can type in Ladybeard _Japan. That's where you'll find Ladybeard on the internet. Cathy Cat, where are you on the internet?
Well, Cathy Cat _TV. Cathy Cat was already taken, so it's Cathy Cat _TV.
Underscore crew, let's go.
Yeah, who's taking all the Cathy Cats away? Damn you! Cathy Cat blah blah blah. Cathy Cat _TV on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram. And just find me on Ask Japanese on YouTube or Japan Railway Journal.
I reckon there's like some troll type like company, like one of those patent troll companies, and what they do is every time a new platform comes out, they actively go and they take the name of every
Bots.
famous person, and then that way if you
Bots.
try to start it yourself, they try to sue you.
But
You know what I'm saying?
There
All the
is
bots.
companies like that. I remember once someone emailed me. Okay, they sent me an email and said, "Hey, do you want PeachMilky.com? Because we own it. Pay us $3,000."
Jeez.
I was like,
Oh.
first of all, I wasn't looking for it, but wow, rude.
Yeah, damn. All right,
Dear
but
me.
Cat with Beard was not taken,
No,
so
it wasn't.
Cat with
Yay.
Beard will be available for you to follow on Twitter or if you go to YouTube. And please don't forget to rank this podcast with the highest stars possible. And guess what? Good news! PeachMilky's going to be with us in the next episode as
Yay.
well. So more
So
coming to you soon.
we
See you
shall see
soon
you then on another episode of Cat with
Beard.